Hello everybody, welcome back to Flip City with Mr. Chris. As you can guess,
Hi, Mr. Chris.
I'm Mr. Chris. In this video, we're going to talk about how can I increase my sales and my profits. I'm going to give you some tips and tricks of what to look for, where to get it, how much to pay for it, how to pay less for the items that you're looking for when you're sourcing so that you can get a bigger profit. So let's jump right into it. So if you remember in an old video I made, I talked about how I make money reselling medical devices. Most people probably just overlook these, so let me show you one. This is a Don Joy post-operation knee brace. This is not new, it's used, but it has everything with it. It's all in the original packaging. It's in amazing condition. It even has this giant sleeve that covers up after your post-operation. It has tools, has adjustment clips, everything you could want is right here. I picked this up at the bins for $3 because remember at the bins, everything goes by weight. So that's your first tip. Go to the bins, go to places where you're paying by weight instead of by item. But if you can't do that, if you don't have a bins near you, you can also make sure that you're going to thrift stores when they're having discount days. All the thrift stores in my area have half off days, 30% off days, flash sales. Just keep an eye on their websites or their social media and they'll keep you updated on when they have sales. And just a reminder for you guys, I'm a part-time reseller. I've been doing this for about 4 years now, and I only source 2 times a week. On Wednesday nights at Salvation Army, when it's half off, I go there. And then on Sunday or Saturday, I usually go to the bins. 2 to 3 times a week, never paying full price, never buying things $6, $7, $8 an item. I'm trying to get items as cheap as I can so I can resell them and make as much profit as possible out of those items, especially since I'm only doing it part-time. All right, other than the medical devices like knee braces, and I've got a red light shoe boot thing one time for healing, I'm also the bag man. At least that's what I call myself, because I love to take a look at bags, because I think a lot of people overlook the bags. They definitely overlook them at the bins in Salvation Army where I go. I never see any other resellers checking these things out. So I'm usually able to scoop up some great brands in the bag area and resell them for pretty good profits. The one thing about bags, you got to make sure you have all the shipping material you need, because sometimes they're going to take a bigger box. But other than that, it's good stuff. This one right here is called Thule. This is used, but it's in amazing, perfect condition. It's not a fancy backpack. For bags, you can usually just tell by the quality of the bag. Craftsmanship, the tags, the hardware, the metal hardware right there, the zippers, even the zipper pulls, right? You'll know once you start looking what's a good bag and what's not. Also, use your favorite tool, Google Lens, and then do sold comps. Check them out. In this video also, I always put up the sold comps so that you know exactly what you could expect to get relisting these things and selling them on eBay. I don't want to just give you a general ballpark or a guess, so I put the exact number up there. So again, this is a Thule backpack. Thule backpack, probably get about $30 minimum for this. Let's stick with bags. This is another bag brand I just found out about. It's another good quality brand. I did a look, Calpack. I just picked this up for half off at Salvation Army. Normally their bags are $10, so this was $5. It's kind of like army green, olive green color. It's a backpack. Inside it has laptop sleeves and a bunch of other, like a tablet sleeve and padded areas like that. Again, nothing fancy, kind of like a carry-on maybe. You see right here, you could slide it over your wheeled luggage handle, so you can take it with you as a carry-on in an airplane. This Calpack also at least $30. So right there, 2 bags, $30. Let's say I paid $10 total. You're talking about $50 profit, take away some fees, $45 profit, and just 2 items, 2 bags. So keep an eye out for the bags, guys. You might be overlooking some great profits. Also with the bags, you don't have as much competition as selling like menswear, women's wear, kids wear, toys, electronics. Okay, in one of my recent videos, I talked about the 4 keys that I use to decide if something's a good pickup or not. And one of the items was brand. This is not that great of a brand, very generic, Marvel, Disney, right? But the other thing is the pattern. And this one has some embroidered work on both sleeves, okay? This is the Black Panther, right? I'm sure you guys have seen the movie. The sleeves say Wakanda forever. I don't usually get Disney, but because I was able to pick this up for $3 at Salvation Army on Wednesday, I'm hoping to get $20, $25 sales out of that. Again, Reminder, always putting up the sold comps up there. So these are not just guesses, right? You got to do your research. If you don't know what it is, use the Google Lens, check it out, do an image search, find it on eBay, look for sold comps, and try to find exactly that item. Not similar, but look for exactly that item. I'm always on the lookout for new brands. This brand, actually, I saw this brand when I was in Orlando with my son. We just went into a cowboy clothing store just to check out some brands and kind of educate ourselves. And I found this brand, Hui. It has this kind of crazy Southwest pattern, right? So I got a brand that I've never heard of. It's a new popular brand, probably good with Western wear. Here's the tag, okay, Hui. Hope I'm pronouncing it right. Got this cowboy guy on the front. But a Southwest pattern, it's a good size. This is an extra large, all right? So we got a brand that's good. I got a good color pattern. I got a good size. Material is just gonna be average. Okay, moving right along. As you know, of course, a lot of you guys watch these videos and you know that I'm a huge soccer fan. I'm a huge soccer fan. So I saw this jersey. If you don't know, this is a national team jersey for Peru. FPF is the Federation of Peruvian Football, all right? Brand new, with tags, great condition. I picked this one up at City Thrift. I paid $5 for this. And as you can see, it's just amazing condition. The only issue with this is it's an adult small, but since it's brand new with tags, should still be a good pickup. Sold comp similar to $30, $35. So great deal right there. Okay, I got this one at the bins only because it caught my attention. It has this kind of like movie award graphic design, but the tag, it's a little different. So I did some research. It's like a skate brand from I think the 90s and 2000s, okay? It's not gonna be an amazing sale. Just one thing, I mean, I picked it up for like 50 cents to $1. I should probably get about $15 to $18 for that. So I don't know, just something a little different. Not that I normally sell. Okay, so using your 4 keys again so that you can get the most profit, make the most money, and increase your sales. The first one's gonna be brand. Adidas is usually a brand I skip right over. I don't even bother. However, on to the next one. The pattern is a crazy pattern. It says "Save the Lobsters." If you know anything about this, you've probably seen it. And it's brand new with tag, right? So I got a brand new with tag, crazy pattern, Adidas shirt in a really good size large. And the material is kind of like a dry fit material, which would be perfect for the summer and the spring. So this should give me $30 sales. Sold comps will go up there so you guys can see. All right, recently I've been picking up more golf stuff because it's the spring and golf stuff is just selling super fast for me. Golf polos, pullovers, quarter zips. I don't really sell too many pants, but the golf stuff has really been doing well for me. This is a Johnny O quarter zip. It's like a performance material, blue. Not the greatest size. It's a medium, a little bit small. I like to get large or extra large. Usually that's like the best size, but the condition is excellent. The timing is perfect for golf season. And I should be able to get about $20 for that. So great stuff. Pick that up at the bins. This is a brand I've been kind of looking out for more because about a month and a half ago, I picked up a reversible vest from this brand, Johnston & Murphy. If you're familiar with this brand and you sell menswear, it's just a little nicer, it's a mall brand. It's a little nicer menswear brand, kind of older guys, Johnston & Murphy. So it's a good quality brand. The material is amazing. It's very, very soft. It's a great size, extra large. The pattern is basic, but for golf, that's usually good. There's no embroidery on it anywhere, okay? And I picked this one up for $4 at City Thrift. And I should get about $25, $30 for this. Okay, so in the past, I've talked about Polo Ralph Lauren stuff and trying to pick up Polo if it's like a good pattern, good size, and starting to branch out a little bit so I can get more items to sell. And Brooks Brothers, along with Johnston & Murphy, is just another higher end mall kind of brand for men. This is just a Brooks Brothers Regent Fit. That's the style. It's a plaid button-up dress shirt. Nothing crazy fancy. It's a good size. It's a large. Good color. Lightweight. The best part about this item is I picked it up at the bins, and because it's so light, I probably paid $1 or less. Hoping to get $18 to $20 for that, and I'll post sold comps up there for you guys to see. That might be something I pick up more often. I usually pass them up, but if it sells and it sells quickly, it might be something to add to my list. All right, here's a lifestyle brand that I came across recently called Free Fly. It has these kind of, the logo is like these three squiggly lines, Free Fly. All right, this is a basic men's Henley t-shirt. Their stuff is very, very soft. It's called Performance Bamboo, the material. So it's kind of like a cotton feel, but way softer. It's extra large, pretty good color. And this is going to be like another $15 to $18 item. But if you're consistent about turning $1 into 18, 15 over and over and over again, it really adds up, especially when you're combining that with all the better higher end pickups that you get. Okay, here's a brand that I never would pick up, except it's brand new with tag. It's a kind of a unique item. And after I checked the sold comps, that was it. I knew I was going to pick it up. This is Chaps. It says Heritage Collection. It's just a basic kind of preppy rugby shirt, right? Size mediums, good colors, especially 4th of July coming up, red, white, and blue, right? Timing is everything too. So be aware of the timing of what's coming up, what season it is. This shirt, well, the tag originally said $60. I should be able to get $25 for this after I did my research on eBay. All the sold comps look pretty good, so $25. Got this half off, $4. So that was a great pickup. And right next to it at Salvation Army was this one. Again, Brooks Brothers. So keep following along, and I'll keep you guys updated whether I'm having good luck with this brand, Brooks Brothers, or not. I've always been familiar with it. I've usually passed it up, but I'm trying to get a few more items to sell and increase my sales, right? Increase my profits. Again, this is $4 into $25. This one's a little bit different. It's not brand new like the Chaps, but it does have this kind of textured, the stripes are actually textured. And it's a good size. It's a large, a great color, blue. So we'll see how that goes. I'll keep you guys updated. Also, thanks again, everybody. We reached 225 subscribers, so the numbers just keep climbing. I really appreciate everybody liking the videos, checking them out, commenting, subscribing, of course. So keep it up. Let's keep growing. Okay, I'm usually I stick with menswear, bags, sometimes shoes, not often because I don't really like storing or cleaning shoes. I don't usually get into band wear or concert tour wear unless it's Taylor Swift. Of course, my daughters love that, so I scooped that up. But this is AJR OK Orchestra Tour sweatshirt. AJR Orchestra Tour sweatshirt from 2022. This should give me about $20 to $25. And I picked it up at Salvation Army for, originally it was going to be $6, so $3. So 3 into 20 or 25 minus some fees. Pretty good profit right there. All right, you know, I just can't help myself. I cannot help myself with the Polo Ralph Lauren, right? And this has everything for me that meets my 4 keys. The brand, Ralph Lauren. I love Ralph Lauren. Steady seller, easy to sell. Is the market saturated? Yeah, definitely. But if you can use the rest of the 4 keys, the material, the color, the pattern, the size, those things, you should still be able to sell plenty of Ralph Lauren. And I know a lot of other resellers are making a killing just selling Ralph Lauren basic stuff all the time, mids. So let's get into, this is a linen, it's a plaid linen button-up short sleeve shirt. Crazy color pattern, great material for the spring. It's only a medium, right? If it was a larger, extra large, it'd be a lot better. But I'm gonna give it a little steaming. I think you can only dry clean these. So I like to list them in the best condition possible. I don't like all the wrinkles, but I just picked it up recently, so I had to show you guys there. All right, so Ralph Lauren linen plaid button-up shirt. This should be great for the spring. $20, $25, right? You see a lot of $20 or $25 items. That's what I'm usually looking for. I try to stay out of less than $20 sales, unless I can just pick them up in bulk at the bins or something that I like for myself. That being said, this is another lifestyle brand you may or may not have heard. It's called, I don't really know if it's called Task. It's spelled T-A-S-C. It has this little, like a panda bear head, right? Because it's another one of these that's made out of bamboo. That seems to be a new material that's pretty popular because it's very soft and it keeps its shape. This is just a basic quarter zip, size medium. In all honesty, I'll probably keep it myself, but I got it for so cheap I couldn't pass it up. $2, okay? So say I decide to sell it, that's probably an $18 item. Here we go. Johnny O, new with tag, right? Resale 128. Can you believe that? Someone would pay 128 for that brand new? Anyway, it's a great size. It's an extra large. There's no company embroidery, obviously, because it's brand new. It still has the tag, and it's a brown color. I'm not so sold on the color, but the brand, the size, the new with tag, this should easily get me $30. Maybe more, hopefully more, but at least $30. Also, I like to kind of underestimate my sales and my profits just to be safe on the safer side. You never know if things are going to continue to sell for what the sold comps are. So I just always like to be safe that way. But you do your research, guys. Do the research, look up the items, get the sold comps, really find out if what you're picking up is a good deal or not. And also from the history, like what are you selling? Is it selling good? One of the things that I've been doing to increase my sales and my profits is, since I've been doing this for a while, 4 or 5 years, whatever, and you guys know if you're resellers, things just sometimes you think it's a good item, you pick it up and it just sits and it sits and it sits in your storage and it just doesn't sell. One thing I've been doing on the promotions tab in eBay is I've been having sales, creating sales events. So anything over 30 days, so 30 to 60 days, I mark it down 10%, 60 to 90 days, 20%. And if it's over 90 days, I mark it down 30%, and I even send offers. Because the way I see it, if I've had it for 3 months and it's not selling, I need to get that money back somehow. Obviously, it wasn't as good of an item as I thought it was going to be. So let's sell it. Let's get the money and reinvest it. And hopefully, the longer you do this, the more you're out there reselling, you should be able to figure out what sells better. And eventually, my goal is to not have any items sitting for longer than 90 days. I don't even want to get to that point anymore. Occasionally, I'll go with something that I've never heard of or I can't find a sold comp of. This would be an example of that. And the reason I picked it up is because it's a collaboration between Puma and this Trap Star, which I believe is a streetwear brand in London or England. All right, I don't know the size, but as you can tell, it's probably a large or extra large. There were only sold comps for this pattern, but in sweatshirts. So I'm hoping to get 18 maybe for this. I don't know. Also, I only picked it up because it was $1.50 at Salvation Army on half off day. So I figured, why not? What do I have to lose for $1.50? If I don't sell it, I'm not out a lot of money, right? And I'll definitely sell it for something, even if I have to mark it down to $15. But yeah, it's also something unique in my store, right? Add a little color, a little splash, kind of attention grabbing. So that's a good idea right there. You got to make yourself stand out from the other stores on eBay as well. All right. Said it before. I'll say it again. Guys, don't overlook what seems like basic, right? No value clothing. This is really hard to see, but after a while also, you'll get to know the brands and you could kind of start spotting them out or feeling the material and noticing, wait a minute, that's something a little bit nicer. I noticed the tag because it looks similar to Lululemon, but you can see it's kind of cut off right here. I don't know if you can tell there. So I went to the go-to spot on the back, bottom left corner. Ta-da! I don't know if you can see it on here, but right here is the Lululemon embossed logo. All right. 2 of these side by side. Salvation Army, normally $2.99. Half off Wednesday, $1.50 for a Lululemon shirt. Only going to probably get $20, but Lululemon stuff sells so fast, right? And this is going to be an easy sell. Good color, good brand. Their material, I don't know what it is, but it's amazing. So I have 2 of those. So $2, $1.50 each, $3, turn into $40. I mean, guys, if you could do that all day, that'd be great, right? Again, looks basic. This is Lululemon. So a couple other tricks if the tag is missing. Well, first you can see again, it's that skinny little black tag, but it got ripped off. So how can you tell if it's Lululemon? Well, the material is usually a pretty good giveaway, although there are a lot of companies kind of making generic fake knockoffs. But here's one thing. It has 3 little dashes right there, okay? 3 little marks on the seam, usually always on the upper left shoulder seam of these polo shirts. And also the bottom back left has the embossed logo. And some of these, if they're like the tech material, like this, they'll have writing on the bottom seam. It's some kind of motivational thing. This one says live in practice, and then it will also have the size on there, an extra large, okay? So this should give me $25 easily and sell quickly. All right, one of my favorite things about sourcing and reselling on eBay is trying to find brands that nobody knows about, or trying to be the first or one of the first to get onto BOLOs, right? Brands you should be on the lookout for because they're going to resell really well. Not everybody else is probably picking them up, and they're good quality items. And I noticed there's a lot more brands similar to Lululemon, Viore, right? A lot of these kind of like cuts, built casual men's brands. So I saw this, and it says proof. Not a crazy tag, pretty basic, right? Nothing fancy, but the quality, it's hard to tell in the video. It is amazing quality. These are like the hybrid shorts. So it's that kind of like dry material, dries off really fast, lightweight, perfect for outdoor in the summer. I honestly probably would have kept these. They're my size, but they're like a 5-inch inseam. That's a little too short for me. I don't want to be rocking my chicken legs out there like that, all right? So keep an eye out for this brand, guys. Proof, okay? I'm still doing more research about it. I found it on a website called, I think it's Huckberry. They sell like men's outdoor stuff. I don't know if it's their brand or just a brand that they sell. I couldn't find much more information about that, but the quality is great. Brand new, these are listed for $98. So excellent opportunity for resale. I got these for $4 at Salvation Army. They were on the green tag. Also, when you go to thrift stores, even if they're not having a big overall sale, they might have a certain colored tag that's going to be discounted. So just keep an eye out for all these little things that are ways that you could save money, right? That money goes right into your pocket, guys. Helps you source more items, get more items, and make more money and a better profit on each item. That's the goal, right? Also, it's fun. So should get about $25 for these. All right. A brand that everybody's heard of, right? Usually sells golf stuff. Peter Millar. Peter Millar Summer Comfort. There's a couple Peter Millar shirts that sell really well. I'll do a video, I'll release another video in a couple of days about what sold, and you'll see some Peter Millar polos that I had that sold pretty good and quickly. I want to sell things fast and make as much money as I can for them. That's my goal, especially part-time. So this is a Peter Millar silk tie striped. Again, I got this at the bins, so maybe I paid 50 cents for this, all right? It's probably only gonna get about $15, but it's so small, easy to store, easy to photograph. It's in great condition, and it was cheap, and the brand is popular. So it's got that preppy look, perfect for the spring, the colors, all right? So even though the 4 keys, brand, pattern, material, size, some things, if it hits all 4 of those and it's amazing, you have a home run. It might not hit all of those sometimes, but if you just try to keep those 4 keys in mind, they're really going to help narrow down what you should be picking up so that you know what to pick up and make good money. Last but not least is an item that I could not find sold comps for, but I know is a good item, and I picked up for $5 yesterday. Also, I mostly sell menswear, but I'm really trying to learn as much as I can about the women's wear because I want to make more money. And I don't want to pass up items that could be good items sitting right in front of me just because I don't know, I don't have the knowledge. So that's on me. I got to keep learning. This brand, you probably know it, Free People, right? Now this is a crazy pair of shoes. Free People stuff is pretty expensive, brand new, all right? I can't really show you, but inside the sole it says Free People. That's the only wear. These are called Free People Mara Zip Boot. You can see it's a double zip, opens up. All right, so I got the brand, Free People, right? The pattern, I don't know, guys. This is an eye-catching pattern. I saw these from across the store on top of the shoe racks. I ran right over to pick them up and take a look and see what's going on with those. It's like a red and orange, has these chunky, big soles. Yeah, I don't really know what the style is called. I don't know if it's bohemian. I don't really know. I just know that if you're looking to get people's attention, right, and you want something bright, These are for you, all right? So here's the deal. Brand new, they're like $150, $200. Sold listings are all $100 or more. No sold comps. So my goal is to shoot for $125. I'll keep you posted so you know if I made a good decision or not. But I felt for $5 with those listing prices and the name of the brand, Free People, I had to give it a shot. Thanks again, guys. And before you click away, make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me know which item you like the best from this. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.